Hey guys, it is July 5th and we're still at Myrtle Beach on our awesome 4th of July week vacation. We decided to come down to a beach where we can stay a bit longer this morning and really enjoy it. We haven't spent as much time on the beach as we'd like, but we've done tons of fun stuff. Yeah. So hang out, find out what we're going to do today because we don't even know. Not a bad view at all. I think I could sit here all day. It's really nice. Also, I don't know if you can see it, but straight out there's a parasailor. It's pretty close. It's just that without zoom on this camera, this is what you see is what you get. Sometimes things don't show up. There's a helicopter, and we've had a couple of large jets fly over. Straight behind me right now is the airport, is in basically that direction that I'm pointing now. It's not a huge airport, but so once in a while a rather large jet will go by. It's mostly small planes and helicopters. There goes a smaller plane, as I mentioned. There goes a big jet. They don't leave that often. This isn't a real hop-in airport here. We decided to grab lunch today at Nacho Hippo. We have been to the one that's sort of south of Myrtle Beach. This one is more North Myrtle Beach, and we have not been to it before, but assuming it's going to be about the same. It's good food, and they have a lot of gluten-free options. So we're inside Nacho Hippo. Here's what it looks like. And we got guac and chips and also some gluten-free tortillas for me. Their chips are technically gluten-free, but they're in a shared fryer, so I'm going to play it safe and use tortillas for the guac. It looks good though. They have some pretty good deals on margaritas, $10 for some sort of top shelf or, you know, higher end tequilas, and I got the perfect Patron margarita. It's got a couple of different kinds of Patron, margarita mix, and a little OJ. And then Brian got the Goose Island IPA, which seems to be plentiful at Myrtle Beach. It seems like almost everywhere we go has it. Brian got the shrimp and lobster quesadilla. Looks really good. The hoity-toity. And I just got chicken tacos with the gluten-free shell. So my Nacho Hippo wasn't bad. The drink was okay, the food was okay. Can't complain about anything. Wasn't great either though, so I can't say I could recommend it. And then Brian did not enjoy his at all.
This is all right.
Yeah. Well, his was pricey. He got the quesadilla that we mentioned, and it was like $15. Mine was only $6.50. So for $6.50, it was all right. I mean, because that's like Chipotle, you know. So for that price, it's totally fine. And it's nice to be able to go somewhere and get some gluten-free food without complications. So that part's nice. But he was saying he wished he got the tacos because he said that quesadilla just wasn't $15 good. So we have come over to Barefoot Landing. We have not been here in a long time. I don't even know how to describe it exactly. I would say it's like Broadway at the beach, but it's not. They don't have nearly as much sort of nightlife type entertainment. They do have some, just not as much. They have that big Alabama theater right over there. I've been to that. I've been to a Christmas show there that was pretty good. But generally, it's more shops, when you say, and restaurants, but less nightlife. So as you can see, it is sort of similar in design to Broadway in the sense of the stores, the storefronts, but that's about the only similarity. One neat thing about Barefoot Landing is it is on the Intracoastal Waterway. There's a lot of giant boats, as you can see, and here's a pirate cruise going by. It is funny. If you're ever here and you want to walk down this and you're not sure how to get over here, we cut down right beside T-Bone's restaurant. That's where it starts on one side, and so it's kind of hidden. It's not really advertised that you can come down here, but you totally can. It's totally open to the public. So this is a sightseeing, sunset, and dinner cruise boat, and they've got some live music going on inside. Don't feed the wildlife. We have, or I've seen gators here. Brian claims he never has.
That's because of alligator adventure.
No, I don't think they escape from alligator adventure. I think it's the native ones.
Some do get away.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because they're right next to this place.
Yeah, they are. We like alligator adventure. We've been there a couple of times at least, or maybe more than that. It's fun. So here's another view of what it looks like. It's basically sort of a marshy area, and there's bridges you can cross. And then there's a lot of stores around. I think that's another thing. You and I don't really shop at most of these stores. The Christmas mouse is about it, isn't it?
Well, they pulled out of here.
Oh, they did? Oh, that's too bad. We'll find out soon enough. So thankfully the Christmas mouse is still here. We're not going in today, but it's a pretty cool shop. Sorry I don't have my muff. I hope it's not too windy. It is super hot today again. It's in the high 90s. And that's not counting humidity. Thankfully there's a good breeze, but we're walking across these connecting bridges and basically heading back to the car. So we are taking our out of the heat break. That was some brutal heat.
All right, it's still hot out there. So.
Oh, it's really crazy hot, and I think eating not so great Mexican food. We both agreed after the fact it was like, I mean, it wasn't terrible, it just wasn't great. And then walking around in 99-degree heat.
That was terrible.
Was not the best idea. So live from our mistakes. So we are gonna play Forbidden Island. This game's super fun. We have played this and Forbidden Desert. That's the other one, right?
Yeah, so this is a very good entry gateway game into the whole board game scene.
Like tabletop games.
Yeah. It's really easy to pick up. It's co-ops and there's no one winner. Either everyone wins or everyone loses. So
and so that makes it good, like especially if you have kids that get too upset if they lose like against their sibling or whatever. This is a great game because everyone wins together or everyone loses together. And it's hard, but it's not crazy hard like Pandemic.
Yeah, so this is the initial setup right here and we're ready to play.
Yeah, and so the idea, wasn't it, we gather artifacts, which are these 4 items, and then we get off the island before it completely floods, right? We have to get back to the landing.
The landing pad's already underwater.
Ah! So we'll see if we can do it. So we aren't doing so well. As these flood and get flipped over like this, eventually they get taken out if we don't shore them up, which flips them back over. So like we have this big gaping hole here and we have to get back to this.
So that's how you jump from tile to tile to tile to tile.
Well, I have a special ability where I can go diagonal, but Brian can't.
Yeah.
So he needs like a straight path to be able to get back to the landing pad. Yikes. So I can't believe this, but we're actually going to win. So as I mentioned, my special ability is I can move diagonal. So that's 1 action. You get 3 actions per turn, 2 actions. And then my 3rd action is to play the helicopter lift.
We have all the treasures.
Which lifts us off the island, the flooding island.
This is a good game.
Yeah, it really is. So we both had to get back to the landing pad, which we did. And then that gets us off the island and we got all our treasures. It's sort of like a Indiana Jones, this thing where you're there in a risky situation trying to get treasures and get out.
So as you see, most of the island flooded. So
yes.
This is all the flooded tiles.
Yep. So I don't know how well these doves will show up, but there's 2 doves side by side on our bird feeder. Brian really enjoys watching the birds. He puts food out when we're here for more than like a day. So cute. This is our itty bitty backyard. It's like 20 by 20. Low maintenance. So we decided to bike to Broadway, as I'm sure you saw. And we're gonna go into Dave & Buster's real quick and see how busy it is tonight now that the 4th of July is over. So this is July 5th. I almost want to say it's more packed tonight than it was last night. It's really, really busy. It is like super, super packed in Dave & Buster's. So it is super packed yet again, and a huge line to get into Hard Rock. We're actually going to try to get into the Crocodile Rocks again, and we're going to try to do it right when they have the free admission.
3 more minutes.
3 more minutes, and see if we can get in.
Here we go.
Yeah, before all the seats are gone.
Yeah.
So I know this is surprising, but we're back at Hard Rock. But it actually wasn't for lack of an effort. We tried to go to Crocodile Rocks again.
Total rip-off.
And we heard them say once again, and we got there right at 7 when they have the free admission, that there were no seats available. They were all reserved. And again, it's
Shame on you.
$20 a person to reserve a seat. So that would have been $40 for the both of us. And that doesn't count drinks or anything.
Granted, you could go in and stand.
You could. If you're willing to stand the whole time, you could totally do it. But to us, that's kind of like, almost like bait and switch, like where you advertise free, but then all the seats you have to pay for.
We're gonna do Disco Liz right here. No.
So we're back at Hard Rock because it's fun here, and everything's reasonably priced, and you don't have to pay for your seat.
Yeah.
So Hard Rock is once again really busy. We had no problem walking right in and getting a seat at the bar. Alright, now I'm super happy. This is one of my favorite songs. Brian's like, what? So just as I said, some nights the music's like, tonight it's really great. Now we're on to Duran Duran, which is from our childhood.
Awesome day.
It has been a great day.
Oh, lots of excitement going on.
Yes, it's crazy here at Broadway. If you've enjoyed, we